this is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlieleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free, or you can become a supporter for $2 US per month. That allows you to interact with the content, create your own conversations, access supporter only content, and of course, most importantly for me, well, no, not most importantly for me, because most importantly for me, I get to help you guys regardless of how this all plays out. But it also helps me to keep creating content like this, like my podcast and like my tutorials. Want to get on and talk about today's daily dose of business inspiration, which is mastering time management for improved or increased productivity. Time management. It's one of the things that we all struggle with, I think. I know I struggle with it from time to time, and I actually think I'm reasonable at my time management, but I still struggle. And I know some people, it just eludes them entirely. So I just want to go through a couple of things that I found work for me. I'm not, this isn't an in-depth video. These aren't in-depth videos. They're very short. Well, they're supposed to be short. They're supposed to be short and sweet and give you a few things to think about. And if there's anything that I can help you with, if you want to dig into further, you can comment on the videos. You can come across the locals and engage on the topic, or you can contact me and ask for some help. And I would love to help you out. Okay, so let's talk about time management. I mean, the importance of time management, I don't really need to lay that out, right? Time management is what lets us get through our day and achieve what we need to achieve. And as business owners, be successful, or entrepreneurs, be successful. So let's talk about a couple of top level things that you can do. First of all, prioritization of tasks, or task prioritization. I know it's boring and everyone knows about it, and it's really hard to do because there's always so much to do. But yeah, a couple of things that I found work really well for me. Maybe don't work for everyone, but maybe you can try it and see how it goes. Rather than sitting down and writing out a list of tasks and numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because you know, I find that most plans never survive engagement. As soon as you've written it and you start engaging on it, the plan goes out the window. And I find the same with prioritizing my tasks. Things move all the time. I can get a phone call in 5 minutes, and the task that I'd listed at 7 is automatically a number 1 because something's changed. And that's okay. That's what I do. That's the job that I do. But I've got to be ready for that. So the things that I find work well when I prioritize my tasks is not to list them out as ones through to nines. I look at a a square, 4 quadrants, and I have urgent and important. I have urgent and not important. I have important and not urgent, and not important, not urgent. 4 quadrants. And then when I go through and look at my tasks, I look at what's urgent. So urgent normally means it's something that's got a short time frame. What's important? Important is this has an impact on another task. It means something is waiting for it. It's a way of earning more money. It's a way of paying. So maybe someone's waiting to be paid. So what's important? What's urgent? Important things are not necessarily urgent, and urgent things are not necessarily important. Important thing to remember. I used to know someone who would act on all the urgent things, and one day I sat him down and I said, "What is going on? You're doing all these stuff, but these are urgent." I'm like, "Yeah, but they're not important. Who cares if they're urgent? They're not important." And he looked at me, he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, okay, so which of these is urgent? This one. Well, that's the one that you go and do." And once he started scaling things out like that and listing things out like that, it made so much difference to him. So rather than having things that are, these are my priority. Well, maybe your urgent importance are your priority ones, and maybe your not urgent, not importance are your priority nines. Maybe that's another way of looking at it. But I like to quadrantize things rather than have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because then I can pick and choose a little about which ones I get to do as well. So prioritizing tasks is really important. The other one is delegating tasks. I speak a lot on this channel about building a team and getting a team to support you and having people around you that can help you do what you do best and do the things that you may not necessarily like doing or aren't good at doing. So when you're prioritizing your tasks, you can also look at what is it you need to handle and what is someone else can handle within your team, and then go out to them and say this needs to be done. And if there's a time frame on it, if it's urgent important, make sure you tell them it's urgent important and I need it done by this time frame, so that they understand where it's at. Look, one of the things here is using SMART goals, and I'm going to actually recommend that you go back and look at one of the recent inspirations I put out about setting SMART objectives and goals. That then that will absolutely support your prioritization. Yeah, you'll, because you know what's relevant, you know what's time bounded, you know what's achievable, and you know what it is you've got to do to achieve those priorities that you've got set now. The other one I like is time blocking. It's amazing. Time blocking. I don't know how I lived without it, but I have a calendar and I have this part of the day I'm working on my podcast. This part of the day I'm working on client work. This part of the day I'm going to be writing a book or writing articles. This part of the day I'm actually going to be out walking and looking after myself, doing things for myself, because that's important as well. It's part of your time management. It's not just managing all of your business things. It's managing things for yourself so that you can look after yourself, so that you can run your business effectively. So time blocking is really good. Scheduling routine tasks, meetings, personal times to ensure that there's a balanced approach. It's really important. And I find that that works really well. Now, it I'm not going to say that you need to be absolutely rigid on it either. I find that I will have times of the day that I've got blocked out and this is for this. And then someone will come to me and say, but oh, we need to talk to you and we've only got this time available. I'm like, okay, well, how about I slot you in here, but then I actually make sure I move that time to another part of the day, or maybe I move it out to another day when I didn't have time scheduled for it, and swap things around a little. So you can be flexible in that respect. Leverage. I have a podcast up. It's only gone up in the last couple of weeks about leverage and leveraging technology, leveraging your teams and how it can improve things for your business. Absolutely amazing discussion I had. Um, and you need to be looking at that. Look at productivity tools and apps like task managers, calendars, project management software to organize and streamline your work. I have used Google Assistant to set reminders, actually. Like if one of my things is that I need to get up and walk every hour, I have a reminder set in Google Assistant. She says, get up and walk. She doesn't say get up and walk. This is your reminder setting that you need to get up and walk. And I, yeah, okay, I'll get up and walk. Um, you can use alarms and reminders. There are other time saving things that you can use within your CRMs, within your emails, within your databases that will save you time. So have a look and see what you can leverage there to improve your productivity. And the last one, and it's the most difficult one, self-discipline. You need to commit. You need to commit to yourself that you're going to do this, and you need to commit to the plan that you write yourself to do it. And that's one of the most difficult things I know. As I said, you don't have to be absolutely rigid about it, but you do need to stick to it. And if you move things around because, well, today is not going to work the way I thought it would, and I'm going to have to take my personal time out of today, make sure that you put personal time back in later in the week or on another day to balance out your life. Now, it's not always going to be an exact balance. Again, that's another podcast I've done. Work-life balance isn't necessarily a thing. It's more about living in harmony. But Be disciplined about it. Commit to yourself. You're not committing to anyone else, but you're committing to yourself, to your own success, and to your own sense of well-being that you when you do these things. So there's some tips about time management for productivity, and it's not just productivity. You'll notice, like, yes, being productive is important, but also being productive for your own self well-being is also important. What do you guys think? Do you have anything that works particularly that I might have just glossed over that has worked really well for you and hasn't, that I didn't address, or I missed totally? Have you had things that just haven't worked for you? Have you got some really cool apps or tools that you use to help you manage your time? I would love to know. Come across to Locals. Ask charlyleetham.locals.com and join the conversation there. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. Heaven knows what I was just going to say then. And if you can, please leave a review. It does help our content go further, and maybe share this video with someone who you think will benefit from it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye.